City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
In motion right here, Hunter. On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. You look at this Colt defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's second and 8. Here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Hunter now will go in motion left. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Raheem Mostert with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the return This will come out to the 30-yard line. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Colts at 11-5 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action with Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, here's Richardson. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Richardson to throw off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 74 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. This is taken at the 23. A big hit there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Dancing to his left. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
On 1st down, Goodson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. This is 2nd and 8. Richardson looking to throw this. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is 3rd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lawrence. On the out route, he's got Mostert. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Once again, it's Mostert. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Jags have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Pierce in motion left. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Richardson to the air on first down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Second and 10. Now it's Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy. 61 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
On first down, Richardson.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
3rd and 5. Here's Richardson to throw.
Forced out to his left. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
In motion right here, Hunter.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange.
And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now this throw caught left side.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
75 yards.
And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw there to Strange.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Final minute now of the third quarter.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Mostert. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Lawrence changing the play.
Throwing on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First and 10, it's Richardson.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with second and a yard.
I think the defense surprised them there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On second down, Goodson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. Here's Richardson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. Again, it's Taylor.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
On third down, here's Taylor.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. 1st and goal. 18 Richardson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Now Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville.